You ready? Okay, good. Hey, really tough Charleston Southern team, exactly what I thought they would be, a triple option team. Once again, it's a Big South team that was picked, they were picked preseason to finish number 3 in the conference. So we knew it would be a tough, really proud of the way the defense played. I mean, anytime you play a, triple option team, it's tough, but you take away those 2 long runs and you hold them under 150 yards, and that's pretty good against a triple option team. Very disappointed with the 5 turnovers. I mean, that really hurt us. We're not good enough to have 5 turnovers and win a football game. But, we're exactly where I thought we'd be when you're playing a lot of young guys, especially the freshmen. We're playing in some of the mistakes we're making. Been 3 tough weeks. I mean, all the way back to Monmouth, Northern Iowa. I mean, it's a tough stretch, which Monmouth was picked to be number 2 in the conference. And then you got Northern Iowa that was ranked 22 in the country. So, I mean, that's a tough stretch, but we're over it now. We just continue to, work hard and get better. Questions?
You obviously the last three games you've given them a lot of points, but if you sort of examine it, a lot of those drives teams has were about 30 yards or shorter. And of course, you had, a pick 6 and a punt return. You feel the defense is maybe not playing as well as you want, but a little better than the numbers show?
Oh, I definitely think that, but I mean, we had 5 turnovers. I mean, so they're getting the ball in good position, and they're putting the defense in a tough spot. I mean, that's been tough. I mean, I thought the defense played well. I looked at Elon is ranked 12th in the country, and they gave up more yards on the ground than we did. So, I mean, that goes to show. If you look at the box scores, which is, you look at it, they had 226 yards rushing. We had 187 yards rushing total. So that's not that much of a difference as far as a football game. You look at it, there's a lot of things were equal. We just had the 5 turnovers. I see some great things out of the defense, especially Capri Doucette. I mean, he had a career day. I mean, 2 sacks, I think 2 forced fumbles and 7 tackles. I mean, so, I see a lot of good things.
How big a difference is, Shai missed the first 2 games, but having his presence and what he's been able to do so far?
Well, I mean, it speaks for itself. I mean, Shai rushed for 133 yards. I mean, Shai done played 2 games, and he got over close to 250 yards. But I'm not going to, sit and start the season and start talking about what we don't have. I mean, it's pretty obvious, Shai's presence, now that he's back, makes a difference. I mean, we didn't have him. I mean, we went through, we had a couple of guys that's been out, but, that's not what it's about. You play with what you got. You play with the team you got. So, I mean, it's great to have Shai back. Great to see him, rush for 133 yards.
One of the things about Shai we noticed during the game was, and this goes back to something you've talked about in the past, these press conferences, the third down conversions. And so first half we noticed he wasn't on the field on third down. It looked like in the second half he made an effort to have him on the field on third downs. Yeah,
I mean, anytime you got a guy that's rushing for 133 yards and running as hard as Shai do, you want him on the field all the time. I like to see him play all the time, but of course you got to rest him, because you don't want to sustain no injury.
What is, I guess your quarterback situation is still in flux, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's been up and down. It's been up and down, and that's part of it. It's always good, when you come in your first spring to get a good grasp of the system, and we just got to keep improving those guys and keep getting them better. I think the biggest thing there is just make it as simple as possible that we can for them, and just continue to build off of that.
Any idea who you're going with Saturday?
Delman Williams will be the quarterback. Mm-hmm.
You were talking about the 3-game stretch that you just came off. Is there any other point in your coaching career that you can look back on and see another similar type of tough stretch that you've gone through before?
Yeah, I mean, I've been, at Texas Tech. I mean, man, I've been through the Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. I mean, but we talking about, FCS school. We scheduled, come on. Do you see any other FCS schools got the schedule we got, especially HBC school? I mean, how many schools have you seen play 3 teams like that that's picked to possibly win the conference in the Big South? and Northern Iowa going out there. I mean, it's just I mean, it's been tough. It's been tough, and then it's been tough for these kids. But I mean, it shows that we got some some great guys on this team. I mean, but you know, and once again, that's what's on the schedule. I mean, that's where we got to get to, you know, and then that's what it's going to take. I mean, you know, once again, you know, I don't know what the schedule was before, but you got 3 teams that could possibly be playoff teams, you know. So I mean, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure that out.
What have you seen of Lane thus far?
I mean, they good on defense. I mean, offensively, they got a quarterback that transfers from Georgia State that likes to run around. I mean, we got to be sound. We got to be sound. But, you know, the thing that I like about this football team is that, you know, we're coming together, and it always takes time to build a program the right way. You know, once again, I go back to, you know, talking about the freshmen. What we keep telling you, you know, over and over is that, you know, you talking about guys that are playing now that was in high school this time last year. We should have seniors and juniors and sophomores playing. We don't have that here. You know, we're talking about, that's why I got so much patience with these guys. I don't have the luxury of having, you know, in other programs you go around the country, you'll have a lot of sophomores in the program. You have juniors and seniors. You know, we don't have that here at Hampton on the defensive line. We had 4 defensive linemen. I can't say that enough. And then the 4th one had surgery in Desmond Sterneman. So you're playing with about 16 freshmen. But these kids are scrappy. They play hard. I'm so proud of them, you know.